Hi YouTube, 8364 back with a Monopoly update / review. I guess it's mostly going to be a review, but I just wanted to do a quick update. New York and London Toy Fair is coming up soon on February 10th, February 10th to the 13th, 2013. And as normal, USAopoly have a booth and will be debuting some new games. I am not sure whether this is a finalised list or whether they will be adding more to it. I know last year they debuted quite a few Monopolies at the event, so hopefully they'll be adding more to it. So I'll just give you a quick rundown. There's one Telestrations game. The one Monopoly so far is Skylanders, which is that based on the computer game Skylanders. Hobbit Scrabble, Risk Mass Effect, or Mass Effect Risk. The Big Bang Theory Cluedo, which I am very excited about because it means they have a license to do Big Bang Theory stuff. So perhaps a Monopoly in the future, but I think I will likely be picking up Big Bang Theory Clue anyway. Game of Life Wizard of Oz, 75th anniversary, so again, potential for a Monopoly there. I know they've done Wizard of Oz, but maybe an anniversary special. Space Raiders Jenga, which is quite cool. My Little Pony Memory Challenge, Nightmare Before Christmas Operation, which I know is already out. Well, I know there's a version already out, but whether they're doing a different one, I don't know. Power Rangers Trivial Pursuit, which is, for me, it'll be quite cool if it goes back to the original series and does sort of all the series of Power Rangers, I guess. And maybe each colour is Power Rangers, I don't know, Turbo and whatnot. And Doctor Who Yahtzee, which is also already up on USAopoly's website. Whether or not it's out, I don't know. I have sent USAopoly an email asking if there's any others coming out this year. Whether I get a response or not, I don't know. So there is the quick update for you. And I'll just shift this out the road and unveil the Monopoly I will be reviewing today. So, shift that. With some money I got at Christmas, I initially attempted to get a Snoopy Monopoly, but it went up and up and up. So I decided to get a South Park Monopoly. This was £30 off of eBay, free postage from Canada, again with my good friends at Video Games Plus. I call them my good friends, people that I buy Monopoly from. Video Games Plus, I think they're an absolutely terrific company, and I could sit and rant and rave about them all day long. But this is a Monopoly review, so let me crack on. So here's the box. New Monopoly logo at the top. Well, newest Monopoly logo at the top. A very cool South Park picture there. Cartman with a boatload of money. Kenny, very, very poor. And just Kyle and Stan in the background, looking a bit dubious. And then you've got South Park Collector's Edition, and yeah, so that's ages 16 plus is interesting. I hadn't actually noticed that. So obviously they're now putting age ranges on the Monopolies depending on the sort of what's the word? Topic, I guess, is the right word. So that is very cool and very unusual. So maybe that's why it's been so long since this been so long in coming out. 2 to 6 players. Monopoly, Mr. Monopoly Man there, got their eyes there, which I think is also quite cool. And then 6 collectible tokens. Bearing in mind this is a new Monopoly, the tokens are in zinc and not pewter, so they are actually, well, they're not too bad for being zinc, but they're not the best, if I'm honest. And I intend to do a comparison video, pewter versus zinc, and maybe we'll look at the English ones as well, which are slightly different. I don't actually know what they're made of. Maybe I'll do some research first. So here's the back of the box. We've got South Park Collector's Edition. Howdy ho! It's the super sweet South Park Collector's Edition of Monopoly. Take over South Park Elementary or own Imagination Land. All the famous locations of South Park are yours for the right price. Join Stan, Kyle, Cartman, Kenny and Chef as you, I've got a bit of glare there, sorry, as you buy, sell and Rochambeau your way through this quiet Monopoly town. Make your fortune and Cartman Land can be your very own private amusement park. Lose everything and you may become the poorest kid in South Park. that's quite cool. South Park Money replaces original Monopoly bills, so there you can see 3 of the bills. We'll look at them later. Custom title deed cards feature South Park locations, and again the title deed cards on these new Monopolies are getting better and better. I think they look fantastic now. A lot of work goes into them. Same with Chance Community Chest, and instead you've got Snacky S'mores and Cheesy Poofs. And then we have 6 collectible pewter tokens. We have Cartman, Stan, Kyle, Kenny, Butters, and Chef. So yeah, there we go. It includes 60-minute speed play, Mr. Monopoly thing, and there's all the money and contents there. USAopoly, Comedy Central, South Park, Monopoly, official product, Hasbro, and the little Monopoly board. And there's the barcode if you're interested. So yeah, there you go. That's the back of the box. So yes, very exciting. I was very excited to get this. I was very excited when this was announced as coming out. This was not announced at New York Toy Fair last year. I know there was another piece of South Park merchandise that was announced there. So again, fingers crossed for Big Bang Theory. Cardboard insert is just Cartman's eyes, which is quite a waste of space. I don't know, they could have done something better, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, a cheap DVD plug or something like that. I don't know, I just think they could have used that space better. Maybe just all the characters in South Park or something like that. And then it's just USAopoly.com on the ends. So nothing overly exciting in the box. Well, largely because I've taken everything out. So, instructions, South Park, original Monopoly game rules plus special rules for this edition. It's the South Park Collector's Edition of Monopoly. I think this is exactly the same as what it says on the back. Except it mentions Butters, set forth when you press to own it all. Yeah, so it says pretty much the same as normal. What they've started doing in these new ones is actually naming the tokens down there, which is quite cool. They didn't do that when they first brought these instructions out, which was rubbish, because it was difficult to know what some of the tokens were called if it wasn't something that I was into. So there we go. There's nothing too closely at that, because we will have a look at the board. Which these new boards again are being designed very nice. They've moved away from keeping green corners now, so we have a white corner, and it's in dollars, representing the snow of South Park, because it's very snowy. You can't really tell, but the quality of these graphics here aren't great. Even the main characters there. Quality of the Mecha Streisand is fine. Quality of the mountains is fine. Quality of all this Monopoly stuff is fine as well. But it's very pixelated, the other stuff, which is not so good, but that's fine. But it is pretty up to date, as far as I'm aware. I don't know who the most of it. We've got a guinea pig there from one of the recent episodes, and that Captain something Berry Crunch, one of the happy critter things, forest critters. So yeah, you've got everyone, that Starving Marvin and Mr. Hanky and Crazy Chicken. All the characters that have appeared in Monopoly in South Park over the years. Pip is even there, and Pip hasn't been in Monopoly. Pip hasn't been in South Park in a long time, so that's quite cool. So anyway, so go as normal, and then you've got Kenny's house, which I find quite funny. Cheesy Poof's Canada, which I don't find funny. And it's gone. I don't know what episode that's from, if I'm honest. The stations are replaced by Mr. Hanky's vehicles, so you've got 737 there. You've got Tom's Rhinoplasty, Snacky S'mores. What I love about this, which you couldn't tell up until now, and if the glare goes away, you'll be able to see that the mountains sort of correspond. So obviously there's nothing there, so they don't quite match up. But then, yeah, I think that's very cool, and that goes all the way around the board. And then you've got Lolly's Tweaks Coffee, Lolly's Candy Factory, in jail, just visiting. Skeeter's Bar, Mephisto's Genetic Engineering Ranch, Hell's Pass Hospital, City Hall, Helicopter, maybe this is why it's 16 plus, City Sushi, Cheesy Poofs, Tower of Peace, which was built on top of the City Sushi, and Shitty Walk, which is quite funny. Free parking, Critter Forest, Snacky S'mores, Santa's Workshop, Mr. Hankey's House, Pooh Chew Express, Super Fun Time, Raisins, Tyner Corp, Whistling Willies, Go to Jail, Bus Stop, very iconic, Stark's Pond, Cheesy Poofs, South Park Elementary, Kyle's Toilet, Snacky S'mores, Imagination Land, Gooback Tax, and Cartman Land. So yeah, that's really cool. As I say, I love the mountains in the background, how they sort of correspond with each other. I also love that the locations and the artwork goes from the start of South Park to, I don't know if it goes to the current series, but it goes to pretty current, pretty recent as far as I'm aware. So some of the more recent stuff that I've seen anyway. So yeah, so there's really quite a range of different locations and things. And then I also noticed, I've had a look through the chants, or the Snacky S'mores and Cheesy Poofs, and they are quite what's the word, varied as well, I guess, is maybe the word I'm looking for. So let's have a look at the title deed cards. So there we go. Normal title deed with the brown top, clubhouses and playgrounds, mortgage value. But I mean, even that black border is a nice little touch. There is a texture to the brown, but you can't really see it. And then on the background, it's a really nice design. You've got characters' faces all at the side. There's Mr. Slave and Ike and Randy Marsh and all that stuff. All the same characters, I think, up the sides. Oh, that's nice as well, actually. I hadn't even noticed that. So yeah, it's sort of brown up the edges there, and then it's light blue up those edges, pink up those edges. So that is really cool. As I say, I hadn't noticed that. So that's an epic fail on my part. So that was interesting. So yeah, and there, dark blue there. And then, okay, utilities are purple. And these are grey. Oh, the stations rather are grey. So that's really cool. So yeah, I'm becoming more and more impressed with the title deed cards in these Monopoly. Between this one and Brave, they're absolutely fantastic. I'll have a quick look at Snacky S'mores and Cheesy Poofs. Let's see if I can divide them up properly. Oh, there we go. So Snacky S'mores has got a beaver with well, a marshmallow over a fire. Cheesy Poofs has the rocket. So Snacky S'mores, screw you guys, I'm going home. Advance to Cartman Land. That's quite cool. Again, the artwork on these is fantastic, and it's nice not to just be a plain black background. Vamos Mantequilla. Gain your freedom by escaping border patrol agents. Get out jail free. And then let's have a look at a couple of Cheesy Poofs cards. Mongolians attack your Shidiwas. For each clubhouse, pay 40. For each playground, pay 115. Oh, poo. You can't ground me, for I am neither living nor dead. Become ungroundable by becoming a vampire, per se. Get out of jail free. So yeah, there we go. They're really nice as well. Nice artwork. And nice. And again, as I say, these span. So they span all the series. So Cripple Fight. I'm going to try and find an old one. So here's a fairly new one. Sell crap jewellery through the old people's shopping network. That's relatively new as far as I'm aware. And there's maybe a fairly older one. Play the brown noise and make everyone on Earth crap their pants. Oh, and there's another quite an old one. Crab people give you a metrosexual makeover. So yeah, so they really do span. Got that camera cut off. I'm going to try and stitch them together with something. Maybe I can get a free trial of Expression or something like that. If I can't, then I'll just have to record it again. So there we go. Clubhouses are black. Playgrounds are red. Plain dice, unfortunately. And the clubhouses are the new ones with the curved edges that look cheap and nasty in my opinion. Right, now we've got some money. So here is one of the $1 bills. So you've got Kenny there, Bank of South Park, little image of Kenny there, and you can't, yeah, I doubt you'll be able to see, but you see all those white dots on there are Kenny's head, and Kenny's head is part of the design. Same with Butters. Butters' head is part of the design on this one, and so on and so forth. So Kenny's on the 1s, Butters is on the 5s, 10s is Stan, 20s is Kyle, 50s is Wendy, 100s is Cartman, and the 500s are Token, because he's got loads of money. So yeah, there you go, that's the money. And Kenny's on the 1s because he is, obviously, allegedly he is poor. So now we have my favourite part normally, and it probably is my favourite part in this one actually, because they are quite good. For all their zinc, these are a lot better than the Sonic the Hedgehog ones I got. So whether my Sonic the Hedgehog ones are a bit duff and most other people's were fine, I don't know. So we've got Cartman, no physical problems with him. Oh, there's an air hole under his neck there, but generally he's okay. We've got Stan. I had to clip a bit off the bottom of him so that he would stand flat. But other than that, oh, there's a little air hole in his back there. Other than that, he's fine. Also, we got Kyle. It's very cool. Very cool. There's Kenny. There's Kenny. Again, he's pretty cool. I mean, the edges aren't all that detailed. They haven't got half the details they used to, but as I say, compared to the Sonic the Hedgehog ones, these are quite good. And there's his hair. And that's Butters, rather, I should tell you. And finally, we've got Chef, who's got a couple of air holes in his back, but nothing major. And he's got a little hole down there, if you can see. He's got a Chef on his apron. And there we go, so they all stand up perfectly fine. Cartman is pretty massive compared to the others. So yeah, so that's really cool. Overall, I really like this Monopoly. I think it's really well done. I think it's great that they've spanned sort of such a distance. I assume maybe Comedy Central took some involvement. As I say, the title deeds are really impressing me at the moment, and the community chest cards are. Kind of wish they would make better use of the insert. Money is great. Tokens for being zinc are great. The houses could be nicer if they were the same old ones, but never mind. And there's hotels are fine. So yeah, overall this is great Monopoly. If you're a fan of Monopoly or South Park, you should go out and buy it. If you're in the New York area and you can go to the toy fair, you should go and stop by the USAopoly stand and see what they've got coming out, and then tell me. Obviously, as I say, I've emailed USAopoly, so maybe they'll tell me. Who knows? And if you're in London, actually stop by the London one and see what Winning Moves are offering in the way of new Monopolies, because I have no idea what's coming out this year. The James Bond Monopoly was discontinued. I wasn't able to get it. It's now extortionately expensive on Amazon and eBay. Hopefully I will get one eventually. I'm not a big James Bond fan anyway, but I had been trying to get all the Winning Moves ones, but they just bring out so many that I can't really justify it. And I bought the London 2012 Olympics one, thinking that it was going to go quickly, and it didn't. So I didn't really think that the James Bond one was going to be so fleeting as it was. But I think most shops only got one batch of it, so that was a bit disappointing. Never mind, I will keep trying to get it. Let me know what other Monopoly reviews you want to see. Let me know what you like about the video. If there's anything you don't like about the video, let me know. If there's anything you'd like me to do more of, like versus videos, as I say, I'm going to do a Pewter versus Zinc for the tokens for USAopoly. I can't really think of it.